Good morning. Wasn't going to make a video today, but you stuck with me. It's a beautiful, beautiful sunny day here in Manchester, but it's freezing. Absolutely freezing. I got up this morning and all the cars were covered in ice. And as my dad would say, it's too cold to snow. I don't know where he got that from, but he used to say, it's too cold to snow. Won't snow today, it's too cold to snow. Well, I rang up my GP this morning to see what the progress was with my gallstones, and I got told by the receptionist, oh, he says no further treatment. So does that mean that they'll pass on their own even though I'm in pain? Oh, I don't know, she said. Perhaps you better ring up tomorrow morning and see if you can ask for a telephone consultation with your GP. So you can't get an appointment over here. You can't get one for love and money. You have to crawl in, dying, before you manage to get an appointment. And you only get one if you start ringing about 8 o'clock in the morning. It'll be engaged for the first half hour or so. But that's about it. Well, the reason I wasn't going to make a video, the reason why I am is I got a parcel today. And it's from, I haven't opened it yet. It's from a lady called Vicky, and she lives in Canada. And she did say a while ago she was going to send me a little bit of something. I never ask for anything, but I'm always really, really grateful when anything turns up. Because as you know, I'm supposed to be on my yarn ban, although I did succumb to 2 packs of wool. It is coming, by the way, the ice yarn. They said it's coming. So when it'll arrive, I don't know. After the mix-up, you know, with the payments and that, if you watched my video the other day. I think I must have accidentally kind of ordered it twice, yeah. So let's see. Well, it's looking very interesting, Vicky. See if she's put me a little note in. Has she put me a little note in? Oh, better not do it that way. Got both of our addresses up. No, there's no note I've come across yet. But, oh, I've not seen this before. Bernat satin. It feels absolutely gorgeous. Oh, that is so soft. So pretty. Oh, I love that. Thank you very much. I've got a couple of them, I think. 4. There's no note in there. But I have got the address on the front, so. And I know her on the Facebook, so I can say thank you very much. But thank you very much. And for those of you who've never felt this satin, it's absolutely beautiful. So soft. It'll be acrylic, I think, but yes, it's acrylic. And it's 3.5 ounces. But so lovely. Oh, lovely, thank you very much. How did you know I was going to do a jacket featuring purples and lilacs? You know, I'm still on this granny square kick thing. I'm determined to make myself one. I know you're all going to say, what's she wearing today? Very old, very elderly, very fluffy. Because bear in mind, when I got dressed this morning, I wasn't going to do a video. It's knitted, which shows you how old it is. And I can't remember whether the wool was from ice or whether it was just some very, very chunky wool that I picked up from somewhere. I mean, it's like almost like rug wool. It's fluffing up like the dickens, but never mind. I can show you where I got the pattern from, but that's about it, because it's a very... If you see it come from the shop, it says here, you can't see it, but it says Janet's copy for reference only, not for sale. And it's a very, very old filled art book. And they never put the dates on these things, so I've got no idea. But I'm in love with that one, really. Never made it when the pattern was new. Still going to make it for myself when I get this blasted shoulder sorted out. But what I am wearing here comes from this selection. I made that one there, but I put buttons all the way down it. I have made this jacket so many times. So many different kinds of wool. The original one I did make in filled art, and it was a gorgeous sort of oatmeal colour with brown blobs in it. Kind of a bit like that. all I can show you is, I can show you the schematics. So I'm going to try to adapt it into crochet, because basically you're starting at the sleeve and going, you can see, starting at the sleeve, going up, and then you cast on either side for the front and the back. So you get up halfway, cast off those, cast back on again, different, obviously different, then knit up. You've got the neck hole in between, I should mention that, otherwise you won't get your head in, would you? And then you go up again, and then you cast off and finish up at the other sleeve. I mean, all I can suggest that you do is sort of take your measurements, you know, and draw yourself a little schematic there, and knit or crochet. I mean, I've done that one as well. That one's a crochet one, but whoo, didn't fit quite as well. But I did make it years ago. I haven't made that one because it was in super duper 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 thick chunky, and I felt that I would look like a rugby, you know, like a, well, as you would say, American footballer with the shoulders. And I haven't made that one because that one's knitted as well. Sorry about the froggy, but can't get rid of it. All I can do is tell you how many. I mean, look at those, aren't they gorgeous? I mean, it's highly doubtful that you will get this magazine again, because it's so old. But there's so many in it that I would love to make. Filled out books come in like two distinct things. They come in either very, very fine, or they come in chunky. This was a chunky one, I think, because it was either an autumn or a winter. Don't know whether it was autumn or winter. It's number 40, that's all I know. And would you believe it was the grand sum of 38 pence when I bought it. Doesn't say how much it was in the US, but it was $2.50 in, oh no, it does say US and Canada, $2.50 it was over there. You see, when you get to the back, it's all the fine stuff, really, really fine, you know, on teeny needles. I have never made, oh, I've made some of the shawls. I mean, the shawls are pretty. I haven't made any of these two, but I've made shawls out of other books. But a lot of these are very, very fine indeed. And those shawls I have always wanted to make. I've never actually made them. One day, I will. Got a lot of things I'm going to make one day, haven't I? Ooh, sorry about the rustling. But, you know, really Aztec-y things. You can tell how old it is really with the size of the sleeves, because the sleeves are so wide. It was the fashion when this book was out to have extremely wide sleeves. I mean, that's like in like an astrakhan. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked, so I'm showing you things you're not going to be able to get, aren't I? That was the yarn I made my jacket in the first time. It's called Tweedy. I mean, Fildar's still around, but of course this is so old that none of the things in it will be around now. Let me see if it tells me any details, because it's that flipping old. I can't be doing any. Yeah, Argentiniere it's called. That's the one I've got on today. Let me get. Oh, this shoulder, I shouldn't do that. I should have stretched left-wise. I found my tens machine and I've put that on. Well, it's not a tens machine actually, it's a pseudo tens machine. Oops, and I had that strapped to my arm last night, but I can't say. I mean, I am so impatient that I think that one time I strap it on, it's supposed to work. That's me, all over, that's me. Right, what are we doing now? Oh, there's your schematics again. It's sort of a very thick chunky this, and it's on 8mm needles. And it says to cast, it's only got one size, which is, oh no, it's got different sizes. You must have to knit different lengths because it's going sideways, isn't it? But the biggest one is a 40-inch bust, so obviously I made it in thicker wool. It says cast on 46 stitches and continue in garter stitch until you've got 10 1/4 inches. Then you cast on 34 at each side, so you've got 114. Continue straight until your work measures, well, I'll say 17 inches because that's the 40-inch size. Then you, right side facing, you work 51, leave the remaining 63 stitches on a spare needle, and then you knit until the work measures 20 inches, and then you cast off. Then you cast on 51 stitches and you work then you work 3 inches in garter stitch and leave those on a spare needle. Then you go back to the ones that you left behind before, the 63. You cast off 10, that'll be for your neck opening there. And where have we gone now? Then work to the end. Then you work on those 53 stitches, which is the back, until your work measures 23 1/4. Now that's not from the bottom to the top bit, that's just this bit. It's got to measure 23 3/4 or whatever size you are. This is what I mean. This is where you would make the adjustments, isn't it? No, sorry, I'm going the wrong way. What am I doing? This is where you would make the adjustments when you're doing the back bit there, because you would want the extra width, wouldn't you? And that's when you would make adjustments there, of course, with how many inches you knit there. I mean, virtually those two pieces measure the same as that, so that gives you some idea. If you need it wider, you would knit more rows there, knit more rows on this bit here. Well, not before you join them together, you would knit more rows afterwards. I hope it's as plain as mud, isn't it? But you know what I mean. Anyway, it says on here, you continue on those 53 stitches for the back until your work measures 23 1/4 inches. Then you work across the back 53 stitches and then you cast on 10. So that will be the other side of your neck, yeah? The other side of the neck there. And then you take up the 51 stitches that you left on a spare needle, was the little bit that was the front, yeah? And then you then, where have we gone now? You then take up the 53, continue on all of the stitches until the work measures 30 inches. Then you cast off 34 stitches at the beginning of the next 2 rows. That will be to get rid of the sleeves, yeah? You see, to get rid of the sleeves, you cast off 34 at either side, and then you continue on the, well, why am I doing it sideways, yeah? You've gone that way, you're casting off your 34 stitches, and then you're now going to continue on the other sleeve, which says, cast off 34 stitches at the beginning of the next 2 rows, and then you've got 46 stitches left, which is what you casted on in the first place. And then you continue straight until the work measures, it says 40 inches, but I would just do it till it measures the same, you know, on this side for the sleeve as it did on that side for the sleeve, yeah? So, I mean, I made mine wider by knitting more rows, because obviously I'm a lot bigger than a 40-inch bust. So I do hope that gives you some idea, because I doubt that you're going to get this pattern anywhere, you know. I doubt it very, very much. But I am going to try to do a crochet version. I did do one actually a long time ago. But it was a little bit on the small side. It didn't turn out big like this one. And also I accidentally put it in the washing machine and it had a high content of wool. So it fitted like a dolly when it was done. So it's one of my least favourite tricks, not sorting out the washing. We've all done it, haven't we? Or if I do sort out the washing, I put it in the tumble dryer by accident. Because a lot of these yarns will machine wash. It's just if you put them in the tumble dryer, they go. Excuse me, you need a drink. I mean, when Sue came yesterday, she said, "Have you got a cold?" I said, "I haven't got a cold. Just got a sore throat." and it's only sore because I keep coughing with it. It's just the nodules at the back of my throat that are irritating me, so every now and again I have a coughing fit. But it isn't a cough. I don't know why I'm explaining this because I'm making it worse, aren't I? Clear as bloody mud. Yeah. So anyway, thank you for all of your comments about me and Sue's little video, even though we didn't have a thing to show you. These are just, I need to make myself some proper ones, don't I? But these are nice and fine, and I use them for just knocking about the house in because I have to keep my arms. I can't be doing with, I've got a gap now. The sleeves on my dresses never actually come down to my wrists, they stop about there. So I can't do with this cold bit, you know, with having arthritis. And a day like today, my arthritis just goes zzzz. I would never do to live in Canada or anywhere where they have snow all the time. No way. I could do with going to joining Rose in the Philippines. That's what I could do with. Anyway, I just thought I'd pop on and let you see what I got. Thank you very, very much, Vicky, isn't it? Oops, just turn it around, make sure I've got the right name. Yes, it's Vicky. Thank you very much, Vicky, from Canada. You know who you are. And I can't read where she's actually from. I haven't got my glasses on again. I'm a stupid out. Oh dear. Anyway, today what am I going to do? I think I'm going to do some crocheting, even though it's going to kill my shoulder. But I shall rub some ibuprofen on it and take my tablets and hope for the best, because I can't sit here doing nothing. And I'm not a reader. And when I watch TV, I find myself nodding off, although Gigi is fast asleep. Fast asleep. You listen carefully, you'll hear him snoring. There it was. He's had a gallop round because of course the postman aggravated him. And he's been guarding the street since he arrived about 8:30. So. Anyway, I think that's about it. I'm just starting to waffle now because I've not got anything to say. I'm not going out today, it's too cold for me, even though it's beautiful. The sun's shining and it's beautiful. The only thing I might do is I might pop outside to take a photograph of this jacket to put it onto Etsy, but it's just such a shame I can't capture the, you know, the shine on it, the lurex on it. Maybe if it goes outside in the sunshine, maybe that will be the trick. Maybe the sunlight will hit it, yeah. As for crocheting, I'm still on the same work in progress. I'm on the sleeves of the pink crochet cardigan that I'm making for someone. And after that, I think I've got another cardigan order to do, yes. Then after that, it's just anything I feel like doing. And I've been naughty. No, I haven't been ordering wool, but I have been ordering bits and pieces for me. I found this really inexpensive site that has headbands, you know, and hats and stuff like that. And I'm going to completely put the mockers on summer in the UK because I've been looking at sun hats. I can't do with sitting, if I sit outside, I can't do with the sun in my eyes or anything like that. And if you've ever tried to crochet with sunglasses on, you can't, you know, see anything. So I've got this, I've been looking at these hats with a big visor, you know. They're like the ones you can roll up, so you don't have the problem of storing a great big straw hat. I've got a big straw hat, but it's too big. I didn't, when I ordered it, was it about 4 years back, I didn't realise they had different head sizes, and this one's way too big. I might think about running some elastic through. There's like a bandeau inside the hat. I might try running a little bit of shearing elastic, or hat elastic, whatever you want to call it, through there. Because every time I wear it, the slightest little bit of wind, off my head it goes. So I can just see me, you know, going up to the village on my scooter and the hat's going, phew, behind me. Because I can't do a sun on my head, I can't do with it at all. So I would be alright in a warm climate if I was under a sunshade, which is where I usually do when I'm out in the garden. Well, it's grass really, bit garden. at the back I usually have sit under a shade, you know, like an umbrella shader, because my head gets too hot and then I go a bit dizzy. So, funnily enough, I don't go dizzy or peculiar if I'm in dry heat. You know, say I go abroad, whatever I do, which is very rare, but when I go abroad, I'm fine. The main thing is I have to keep the sun off my eyes. My eyes don't like sunshine, bright sunshine at all. So that's what I've been ordering. I've ordered a brimmed hat in lighter felt or whatever. I've ordered a couple of like turbany headband things. I know I could knit hats and I could crochet hats, but somehow or other I never find one that suits me. I don't know why. I don't think I suit a hat. The sun is now walking past, so it's going to set GG off. No, he hasn't noticed. He must be asleep. Anyway, sorry about sniffing. It means it's time for me to go because it means my guitar's come back. I suffer from all kinds of allergies. I suffer mine at different times of the year. In the bright sunshine when all the flowers are out and it's beautiful, I don't get it then. I get it sometime in the spring or the autumn or even the winter. I don't know what I'm allergic to, but I am allergic to something. Right, anyway, thanks for all your ideas for my virtual craft room that we're going to set up in the sky somewhere in virtual land. Yes, Juanita, there will be room for your spinning wheel. It would be nice, wouldn't it? I keep thinking one day I'll do sort of like a Google Hangout, but the trouble is our time differences are so different that when I want to go on Google, you're all in bed. And when you're all up and knocking about and around, I'm sleeping. So there's just no meeting in the middle really, is there? And of course in different states in America, you're all at different times anyway, so it's difficult for me to say, right, come on here at such time. Because then I'd have to try and translate it to what it was in this quarter, that quarter, over there quarter. So I think you'll just have to put over making videos. Otherwise, at least we could have a virtual crochet together, couldn't we? If nothing else. So I am going now. You'll be glad to know I've got 1 minute 9 left on here before it beeps, so I might as well go now. So bye everybody. Bye now.